Hey guys, here's my general thoughts and feelings on the overview of Warlords of Dreanor, the next World of Warcraft expansion from Blizzcon 2013. I have a little list here. I'm going to go over a few facts and notes that I have, and we'll go from there. First up, Warlords of Dreanor. If you don't know much about it or anything about it, first off, I recommend you go watch the trailer online. Easy to find, just Google Warlords of Dreanor. As far as the lore side of it goes, it's pretty interesting. I am really jonesing for it. We're kind of hearkening back to Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2. We're getting a lot of the classic orcs, Grommash, Ner'zhul, Duratan, a lot of those classic big names that you hear about, but you don't necessarily get to really touch or feel or experience. So we're going to bring those up to date into the World of Warcraft. It's going to be pretty cool. So how this story is going to work is, unfortunately, Grom Hellscream escapes from his captors during trial, finds someone, they're being kind of coy about that right now, finds someone, travels back in time to Draenor before it blew up and became Outland. He then convinces the Orcish hordes, or clans, rather, to not drink of the blood of Manoroth, not corrupt themselves and give in to that, and, ultimately why they become green. So they don't do that. They don't become the fell orcs. They don't do that, and he has them basically coalesce into a horde, and what he's going to call the Iron Horde. Now, it doesn't look like Grom's actually going to lead, or Garrosh is going to lead, thank God. It looks like Grom's going to lead the Iron Horde, which, yeah, alright, I like that. If Grom's going to be our villain, I can deal with that, I've always liked Grom. He did what's right for the orcs, that kind of thing. Even if I'm an Alliance guy, Grom's a good guy. So, I think we're going to see his flaws shine through here in spite of not drinking the fell blood of Manoroth. So it'll be really interesting to see how this lore plays out. I am excited to check that out. But it will be an alternate timeline. There won't be any interaction where the timelines will meld and disintegrate. And it's an alternate timeline. Everything's going to stay secure for our world. The threat is that these orcs are going to go through the dark portal as if it were a time portal and come after us and conquer our world kind of in their future. An interesting idea. I think a bold idea, but a good idea. Next up, the Garrison. This looks really cool. It's kind of like the farm from Mists of Pandaria, but on crack. You're going to have, it looks like maybe 9 different building plots you can build on, and 3 different levels of your garrison. So buildings are going to be upgradable, and the garrison's going to be upgradable. To get building and garrison recipes, they are drops, vendor items, things like that. Just kind of normal recipes that you'll find in the world, and you'll learn just like any other recipe. You get followers for these cities. Now, we don't know if the followers are going to be able to follow you in the world. I would guess no, but not necessarily impossible. But they'll walk around your town, your garrison, they'll populate it, you'll be able to name them even, and they do come in rare qualities like mini-pets do. So, rare, common, epics, things like that. Or rare, uncommon, epic. And that looks pretty cool. There'll be some limited profession functions with them as well. It's not entirely clear how they're doing it yet, but they did give a good deal of information, and you can find more of that online. So I'm excited for the garrison. Kind of player housing, so it looks like it's going to be awesome. You can throw that in any zone in the expansion, which is pretty cool. New character models. Arguably the best thing about this expansion. This is why we're not going to be getting a new race or a new class, because the time devoted to that is instead being devoted to the new character models. When I play tested it at BlizzCon, I played a dwarf shaman just so I could check out the dwarf. Great details in the face, great look. Honestly, when you're running around, you don't notice it too much. But what I really did notice just running around and actually playing is the running animation. It is drastically different and drastically better. Also, the hair is much, much better. There's a lot more to it. It flows. It's there. You can feel that this is a new model with more polygons, more res, and it just rocks. So these new models are going to be great. They had Gnome, Dwarf, and Orc available at BlizzCon. I at least looked at all three, and they look spectacular. Orcs still don't have wrists. Level 100. They're raising the level cap 10 again. We haven't seen this in 2 expansions, so we're going to be going up an additional 10 levels. I think it's appropriate. We don't need to hide from level 100. We need to get to that level 100, and we're going to Draenor. Kind of Outlands. It feels appropriate that we should be doing 10 levels again. So, I'm excited for that. Good 10 levels. On that note, with Cross Realms being introduced, there will be no server first class to 100. It's gone. None of that's going to exist. I wouldn't be surprised if there's still like a world first level 90, maybe even 100, maybe even a server first level 100, but there will not be class based achievements for that. So if you're like me and you like to try and go for that, don't bother. It ain't going to be there. So, if you got one in the past, cherish that because they're probably gone forever. So, hold on to that, love it, and show it off to your friends. Those of us who have one. Big point here, and this would be a big point to getting your friends to come back to play. Free level 90. If you buy Warlords of Dreanor, you can up an existing character or a brand new character to level 90. Boom. Done. For those of you that have 2 accounts, that's extremely useful for your secondary account. You can also move, like say you've got 11 90s, you can move one over and max one out on the current account. So, I mean, I'm going to get 2 90s from this. It's really exciting. Free level 90. Get your friends popped up to their your level as well. The classic orc villains, I kind of already mentioned them. So excited for that. This expansion's looking really fun, guys. As I said, I got a chance to play it at BlizzCon. I kind of did an unorthodox thing. As soon as I got in, I ignored every single quest and ran out into the zone. I explored it. There's some really cool boar models out there. There are Talbucks out there. I'm hoping we get updated Talbuck models. I don't want to see the old jankety Outlands Talbucks running around in a beautiful revamped Draenor. I did get to one of the orc cities in the Alliance starting zone. It was all white. There were no textures there, just the basic models. You could see the intent, though, and it looked very good. There are also some steam warships. They look like ironclad warships for the Horde running around the Alliance zone. They are all white, too, but still imposing, even if they didn't really fit in the zone. I actually found Ner'zhul in the zone, too. He couldn't be attacked, but his gray, black, shadowy magic stuff killed both my buddies. So he'll be dangerous, I guess. He was clearly a placeholder model in the meantime, though. He just kind of looked like a generic orc, but it was definitely Ner'zhul. After that, some of exploring, I tried to go into what used to be Terracar Forest. I'm not sure what the pre-version is, but as soon as I started to see it, I got teleported back to the Taldor Temple, I think it is. It's what Black Temple is, or it's what becomes Black Temple, since this is all in the past. So after that, we decided to do an instance, but when we teleported to the instance, we realized we were in the Horde starting zone, and screw doing the instance, so we started running around the Horde starting zone and checking that out. That is the zone where the Frostwolves come from, Thrall's clan, and my brother actually managed to run into Duratan, which he promptly almost killed him and had to run away. So that was pretty cool. Lots of snow out there, which is pretty cool. We have never seen snow on Outlands / Duratan. Draenor. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, that looked really cool. That zone is awesome. A lot of gusting snowdrifts and things, giant worms, skeletons, all kinds of stuff. And about that time, our time to play ran out. We did go into the instance and die to the first group, but that was because we didn't have a healer. So, it looks great, guys. They have put a lot of thought and planning into this, and I think it's just as far along as as Mists of Pandaria was when they announced that. So I think we're gonna get this probably late summer next year. So looks exciting. They pretty much officially confirmed there will be no more content patches for Mists of Pandaria, simply because if they make any more content patches for Mists of Pandaria, that will delay Warlords of Draenor. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's it, guys. This was quite long, so I hope you watched it. I hope you enjoyed the information, and that's gonna do it for now. Go back to the guide to check out some other stuff. I've been Zoronden. Thanks for watching.